The time has come for the black majority to come together, unite, and take over political power. The time has come for the black majority to come together, unite, and take over political power. The reason why we're here, comrades, is we're responding to that command by our president to go out and forge unity amongst all progressive forces in this country with the sole purpose of taking over political power. So the reason that we're here, comrades, is that it's not because we love each other. We're here for a reason. And the reason is assuming political power, so that we can use that political power to liberate our people.
Cuba, despite the decade of blockade, sanctions and economic warfare imposed by the United States, continue to achieve social outcomes in healthcare, literacy, and medical internationalism that many wealthier capitalist countries fail to achieve. Venezuela, despite relentless destabilization, sanctions, and sabotage, continued resisting imperial domination and defending national sovereignty over resources. The significance of Cuba and Venezuela is not that they are perfect societies. No revolutionary process is perfect. Their importance lies in the fact that they refused to surrender national sovereignty entirely to global capital and insisted that society must prioritize collective social needs above corporate profit. That is why imperialism attacks Cuba and Venezuela relentlessly while embracing authoritarian capitalist regimes elsewhere in the world. The issue has never been democracy. The issue is control over resources, sovereignty, and economic direction. For this reason, the economic freedom fighters insist that any meaningful left convergence must center fundamentally the question of economic power, because political democracy without transformation of ownership patterns will continue reproducing inequality indefinitely. That is why the 7 cardinal pillars of the EFF are very important, and those cardinal pillars are what guide this organization today and makes it to be what it is, because its intention is to transform the economy of South Africa. And those cardinal pillars are expropriation of land without compensation for equal redistribution in use, nationalization of mines, banks, and strategic sectors without compensation, build state capacity and abolish the tender systems, free quality education, healthcare, housing, and sanitation, massive protected industrial development to create sustainable jobs, Pan-African economic development, and a move from reconciliation to justice, open, accountable, and corruption-free governance. Nationalization, expropriation, industrialization, and state-led development are therefore not abstract ideological preferences, but material and achievable necessities. However, the state cannot fulfill developmental obligations while economic sovereignty remains surrendered to private capital. Nor can meaningful social transformation occur while public institutions remain weakened through outsourcing, privatization, and tender systems that turn government into opportunities for accumulation by politically connected elite. It is within this context that we agree with the observation advanced by the South African Communist Party that the ANC increasingly interprets all independent political organizations outside of itself as hostility or betrayal. This reflects political insecurity produced by the erosion of historical legitimacy and organizational dominance. For decades, the ANC occupied such a central position within South African political life that sections of its leadership began confusing organization itself with the entirety of liberation politics. The ANC thinks it is the only liberation movement, and they always think we must always kneel before them. However, no political formation possesses permanent ownership over history, revolutionary legitimacy, or the aspiration of the working class. The alliance between the ANC and the Democratic Alliance was a profound ideological revelation because it demonstrated the extent to which the sections of the ANC leadership have become reconciled to neoliberal governance and capitalist management. One cannot credibly claim commitment to radical transformation while governing alongside forces historically dedicated to defending white monopoly capital, privatization, and market fundamentalism. The struggle for the left is therefore fundamentally a struggle for the future direction of human civilization itself. It is a struggle over whether dignity will remain more important than profit, and whether, as humanity, will continue accepting organized inequality as natural and inevitable. To fight for socialism in the 21st century is not to cling nostalgically to the past, but to insist that humanity deserves a future beyond exploitation, alienation, and permanent insecurity.